Hello, welcome to Tarot Concertina. In this reading, we'll be looking at what are you manifesting? In other words, what are you bringing into reality based on your intention and energy? We'll be looking at what's happening on a conscious level and a subconscious level. And then we'll look at the likely resulting manifestation coming in. And then we'll get some advice about what your most powerful tools are to align with your goals. I have 3 groups for you to choose from. Group 1 will be this purple crystal tower. Group 1. Group 2 is this green and purple diamond-shaped crystal. And group 3 is this more of a green and golden smaller tower. Take a moment to choose your group. Again, this is group 1, group 2, and group 3. And I will see you at your reading. Hello, group 1. You chose this purple tower. And we'll be using this tarot deck for your reading, Influence of the Angels Tarot. I've already pre-shuffled, but I'll tune into your energy now as I shuffle a few more times. What is group 1 manifesting? I just felt a little bit dizzy, a sudden sensation of spinning, so I don't know if that's a metaphor, feeling a little off balance at this time. Okay, this first card represents you and your energy. Second card is your influence. What's influencing you? This top card will be your conscious manifestation. This will be your subconscious manifestation. Let's make a little more room. This will represent your likely resulting manifestation. Okay, so for your current energy, it's fascinating. We have death. So you might be really trying to transform things in your life right now. There may have been an ending, a rebirth for a new beginning. You seem to be going through a very significant, dramatic change. I'm seeing an image of you actually going into the earth, almost like you have buried yourself metaphorically, and now you're resurrecting, you're climbing out of that tomb, of that grave. I'm almost getting more of a judgment energy from this death card, the resurrection energy. So perhaps you're exiting a period where you felt dead in some kind of way. You felt like you were unable to progress, and now you're kind of waking up. And I'm feeling the urge to clear my throat, so maybe that means you are finding your voice again or finding your new voice. As an influence, we have the Knight of Cups, which I think is a really beautiful energy for manifestation. It's all about speaking from the heart, being emotionally vulnerable. He's a poetic knight. Here he's depicted as a musician, so that may or may not resonate for you. So you might be manifesting through a creative endeavor, something personally expressive that you're projecting out into the world. So the energy you're pulling on is really lovely. It's all about your inner world coming to light. So this top card represents what you're consciously aware of manifesting. And Eight of Pentacles is all about putting in a lot of hard work. It's also a creative card of the artist, especially here with the Knight of Cups. I just heard there's something otherworldly about you, or the world you're creating for yourself or others has kind of this mysterious otherworldly quality about it. I'm also kind of seeing these pentacles as lace snowflakes. So winter, which is now, if you're watching this when this is published, right now might be a time of significant progress in the direction of your creative pursuits. You're very close to mastering your goals. It takes a lot of patience to create lace. I've never done it before, but it looks very intricate and very detailed. So you might also be working on something that requires like a microscopic focus on minute details and just perfecting a skill. So what you are subconsciously creating, this could represent deeper desires or even things you might not be totally aware of that you are bringing in energetically. It's represented by the Hanged Man. That's another, it's kind of a Pisces energy, I believe. I think Knight of Cups is also Pisces. Anyway, it's very watery. It's about the emotional world. So this imaginative inner landscape that you likely have with this combination of cards is kind of rising to the surface. I think it's interesting that this card represents your subconscious. In this depiction, it almost looks like this figure's head is underwater, and water could represent like the ocean of your thoughts. So if your manifestation is a creative project, the subconscious world looks like it's actually being brought to reality. So this dreamscape that you've created, this story, this narrative, whatever it is you're working on, it's actually being presented upright. I'm seeing you create it in your subconscious and then it comes to light. So you might not be aware that what you're producing is a manifestation of your inner world. But in a way, you could kind of say that about all manifestation. And then we arrive at the Tower in reverse for your resulting manifestation. All three of these major arcana cards, Death, Hanged Man, and Tower, are about powerful change. So that's kind of a non-negotiable. Change is coming. But it comes from this very deep, insightful place. I think it's a good change that's coming as a result of this hard work and deep reflection. This manifestation also seems to be a long time in the making. This is not a short-term project or goal you've had. This is over many years even. I think this Tower in reverse is causing dramatic change within other people once they experience your creation, your manifestation. You change part of their inner world, causing them to think differently, to see things differently, see things from another perspective. There's something internally destructive about what you're manifesting, but it's for the better. It's not a negative change. It's a powerful inner change that I believe is designed to help people just see things from a different perspective. So let's clarify each of these cards briefly and then we'll move on. I'm going to clarify the Death card as what's representing you and your energy at this time. We have the Four of Wands. So that's about a home structure, a contract even of some kind, or just the walls within this dramatic change. Whatever you're manifesting, it's happening within, I'm hearing, four walls. So we have this kind of smaller container, maybe a room, a home, where you're creating this change. Could also represent just you and your mind. And right now it's contained within this structure. And then I see it kind of breaking down, being revealed to the world in dramatic fashion. And now we have the tower, this small structure cracking open and being released into the world. Okay, let's clarify the Knight of Cups. I'm struck by his expression in this card. It looks a little, I don't know, he has some doubt. There's some doubt in your mind, maybe. Let's clarify Knight of Cups, please. One card. The Star in reverse. So that is doubt. Doubting if you can make this dream a reality. Be mindful that that is an influence. Doubt can change the path of your dreams. So you might want to be more optimistic, or just analyze why you're pessimistic about it. I mean, we all have our doubts, especially artists. I sympathize with that feeling of having doubt in your creative process or what you're putting out there. Also, imposter syndrome might be affecting you in some way. So you're being encouraged to think a little more positively about your vision, about what you're manifesting. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. I think that's just you hard at work, but let's get a little more information. Okay. Seven of Wands in reverse. So that's about letting down of boundaries, personal barriers. So you might be working on like kind of fighting off demons telling you shouldn't share. It might be hard for you to release whatever it is you're manifesting into the world. So you're acknowledging, like, I kind of have to let go of that fear in order to even present this product. And maybe this means the fight is over for you. The battle is over. You've completed a goal. You can kind of let down the struggle. So there's no demons, real or imagined, no enemies, real or imagined anymore. Why is the Hanged Man your subconscious manifestation? We have the Ace of Swords. Upon reflection, doing inner work, there's a powerful truth here in your subconscious that's gaining more and more clarity. So the more you dive into that inner world, the more you uncover this clarity and truth. It's also a card of victory. I'm hearing the laurel crown. Is that what it's called? The crown with laurels. Anyway, card of victory after long pause, a lot of work. Okay, let's clarify the Tower in reverse as the resulting manifestation. We have the Knight of Pentacles. You're kind of suggesting whatever happens, this is part of the plan. It's almost like you're not surprised by this tower, this dramatic result. You're like, yeah, that's what I wanted. That's what I planned from the beginning. It took a while to get there, but yes, that was the goal all along. I also see you at the end of this looking back on your process of manifestation and being content with it. So congratulations. Let's get a couple more cards. Since you already know this is what you're telling me, I already know I'll be successful. Let's see if I can tell you something you don't know. The Hermit. Six of Wands. I think you might be surprised at how, well, this is a card of victory again, and being in the public eye. The Hermit does not want to be in the public eye. Six of Wands does, so there's some conflict there. You might be a private person, but part of you likes the accolades, the appreciation. And you'll also be seen as wise somehow. And you like that compliment. You like being told, like, oh, you brought me a lot of insight. You made me see things in a new way. You're so wise. You really know what you're doing. That sort of compliment really strokes your ego. And I think that's coming your way. And you might be surprised at the success of your manifestations. Okay, let's get some last advice on how you can best align at this time with your goals so you can manifest effectively. Advice for group 1, please. Okay. Five of Swords, the Hermit again. And Four of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like I need to pull this one too. Knight of Wands. Okay, so there's a lot of what I think is internal conflict here with the Five of Swords. You're processing it with the Hermit, profound healing energy. With your wisdom, you're kind of laying to rest internal disputes. Something here about lying to yourself about what I'm assuming is the value of your manifestation. You're being encouraged to let go of that. Four of Pentacles is grasping, reversed is kind of letting go. Releasing any sort of paranoia you might have. And then we have the Knight of Wands charging ahead, very inspired figure. Pretty strong contrast to the Hermit energy. The Knight of Wands forges ahead without thinking too deeply about what he's doing, whereas the Hermit thinks very deeply before deploying energy like Knight of Wands. So the Hermit, like the hermit crab, has this protective barrier shell around him, keeping him safe. Four of Pentacles suggests maybe it's time to crack out of that shell and share more of your personality or your project, your manifestation with the world. There's an element of revealing yourself dramatically. That sounds funny. But your project or your art or whatever it is that you were manifesting, you're being encouraged to embody more of the Knight of Wands energy. And he's very bold, charismatic, and passionate. And he arrives with a lot of bravado. Very confident, very fiery. And this may feel really uncomfortable for you. With the Five of Swords, it's kind of like a lot of internal conflict around doing such a thing. I'm really drawn to this compass here, kind of like using your internal compass to decipher the direction you want your fiery energy to point. There's a feeling of like, yeah, I know I'm supposed to put myself out there, but do I have to? Is there a way around it? I think you'll find that once you do share your vision, etc., you will feel pretty good about it, actually, and you'll get good feedback as a result. So that is your advice for what tools you can use. It looks like you're very charismatic, but also deeply thoughtful. So the combination of those two can be really powerful in sharing your vision, getting your voice across. Do a couple of letters from the vintage Scrabble pieces. M. J. Oh, well, those are my initials. Okay, what else? T. P. V. D. G. And W. Take this as extra confirmation, but don't let it deter you. If the rest of the message resonated, these are just extra letters. They might be your initials or spell something or be significant in some way. Thank you so much for being here, Group 1. I hope this brought you some insight or clarity. Best of luck to you and your manifestation goals. And P.S. I'm running a little giveaway for a free 15-minute pre-recorded tarot reading with me. To enter, just make sure you like this video and leave a comment below just saying enter giveaway, and you'll be added to the list that I will choose from randomly to select a winner. Good luck to you, and I will see you at the next reading. Take care. Hi, Group 2. You chose this diamond-shaped crystal, fluorite crystal in, I'm gonna say, aqua and indigo. I'm using the Influence of the Angels tarot deck. And I'll shuffle as I tune into your energy. I admit I have already recorded or attempted to record your group's reading a couple of times, and it felt very unstable, ungrounded, and not quite the messages I would like for you to receive at this time. So I'm confessing that I'm re-recording it. And I turned on some singing bowl meditative sounds. in hopes of getting that positive energy flowing. So I've designed a 5-card spread, and I'll explain the positions as I put the cards down. This first card represents you and your energy at this time. All right, it's dramatic. It's dramatic again. This represents what's influencing you. Wow. And this represents what you're consciously manifesting. This is your subconscious manifestation. And this 5th card is the likely outcome of your manifestations. Tower, Empress, Star, Hanged Man. Okay, we have 4 majors on a 5-card spread. That's impressive. So the majors tell me something big is happening in your life right now, or whenever this reading finds you. And just disclaimer, only take the messages that resonate for you and don't force anything to fit. So your energy is represented by the Tower at this time. It's a card of upheaval, so you could be undergoing a dramatic change. Something may have struck you like a lightning bolt as a shock or a powerful epiphany. I'm just throwing it out there. I just heard midlife crisis for somebody watching out there. Maybe it's for me. Who knows? Trying to keep it light here. So your energy is really powerful. I know the Magician card is not here right now, but I'm seeing the Magician card. So it seems like you have a powerful insight that will change things dramatically for you. I'm looking at this really intense King of Wands face. And I don't know, does he kind of look like a demented version of John Hamm? Maybe a little. Anyway, really fired up. You're being influenced by the shadow aspects of the King of Wands. But I'm almost seeing it as like this really intense fire raging beneath you, like waking you up and causing this tower moment within you. There's a strong intensity to get going. Like, I have this idea and I have to get it out there. Or there's this thing that might be actually making you a little angry. So you're using that anger as fuel for powerful change. The Star is above you, representing what you're consciously manifesting. It is in reverse, which is maybe a change of what you thought you desired all along. That could be what this epiphany is about. It's kind of like a dying star, a supernova event. I don't know the significance of the dolphin. Maybe you know the symbolism. I've never seen that in the Star card. The Star upright is a calming, peaceful card about healing and progressing on this long journey. When it's in reverse, it can be a loss of hope in what you thought you were pointing your compass at, let's say. So a long-term goal you had may have dramatically changed in some way very recently. So you're manifesting consciously, like you're very aware that if you had kind of a misconception, or I don't want to say an illusion or delusion around a dream, you're acknowledging that you're changing your direction. So changing navigation, changing course after a dramatic realization, and you're quite fired up about it. And there is a sense of long-term vision attached to it. The King of Wands is a visionary, even if he is reversed. The Star is about long-term vision, and Tower is about dramatic change, as I said, and we'll get to the Hangman, another card about changing your perspective and pausing to evaluate your vision. On the subconscious level, you have this lovely Empress as a manifestation. So she's very abundant and creative. She brings energy into the world. She births energy into the world. It is more of a feminine energy that I feel is contrasting with this King of Wands. So deep down, there's a softness. By the way, your gender can be whatever it is. This is just the energies at play. So despite appearances on the surface, in your subconscious, there's this warmth and beautiful change coming because it seems like beneath all this, you really just want peace and a beautiful environment and abundance, like a Garden of Eden. We'll clarify this, but as a resulting manifestation, we have the Hanged Man. And it can be about a pause to reflect. It can also indicate a long time passing, whatever a long time means from your perspective. So you could feel like a month is a long time, and other people could think a couple of years is a long time. So take it as it resonates. The resulting manifestation that's coming in is going to change your perspective or the perspectives of those around you. We're going to get some clarifying cards. Let's start with your energy, the Tower. You have Death. So dramatic transformation is happening within you at this time. You're being influenced by this metamorphosis that's happening inside you, and it's triggering this profound change. What you're manifesting is a change of self, and looks like it, things around you as well. Let's clarify the King of Wands. I'm hearing things as you have known it are over, and I think it's for the best. King of Wands in reverse. Please. We have Queen of Pentacles in reverse. She can speak about discomfort in the physical realm, the immediate surroundings that you find yourself in. There's something about it that you're uncomfortable with, and that could be spurring this energy to change and transform things around you. You know things are not quite right in your environment, and you are ignited, so to speak, to change. Let's clarify the Star in reverse. Okay, we have Seven of Swords and the Hierophant. So we're avoiding some kind of sense of commitment, avoiding or dodging this figure of authority. You're kind of sneaking around this influence. So part of your conscious manifestation is being a little tricky, and I think ignoring or just evading a construct or a powerful figure. And I'm hearing spiritual misdirection. It's like using spirituality or religion in kind of a conniving way, which is quite ugly in my opinion. So you're not following that star anymore. Anything else? Knight of Cups. So entering more of like an inner knowing and inner emotional, getting familiar with your own emotions in order to express it outward. It looks like you're getting ready to share your opinion. And let's clarify the Hanged Man as your resulting manifestation. Have Seven of Pentacles, the Moon in reverse, Five of Wands in reverse. So something's being revealed to you in this period of pause and reflection and new perspective. The Moon reverse can be a revelation. It's no longer in the subconscious. And then we have time passing with the Seven of Pentacles. It looks like you want peace. You don't want conflict. You're trying to find a way to create a peaceful kind of stasis. After this dramatic upheaval of energy, in the future, you're manifesting a sense of calm after the storm. This does look like a long-term project or goal or vision. Not all is revealed, and there's a subtle sense of melancholy here, dissatisfaction that you might encounter in the near future that you'll have to find a way to work around to progress further in your vision. Let's clear the board and then we'll get some advice about what your most powerful tools you can use to align yourself with your manifestation goals. Okay, some advice for group 2. What tools can they use? How can they come into alignment with their goals? What are their strengths? Queen of Swords, Eight of Swords in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse. Queen of Swords is very good with language, either written or spoken. So this suggests you're very good at communication, verbally or digitally. And Eight of Swords in reverse is about dispelling illusions around feeling trapped, freeing yourself from a prison of your own making through clarity of thought. And then we have a suggestion of a bit of sadness here, Queen of Cups in reverse. So you can use your logic and your clarity of mind to fight your demons. So to come into alignment, there may need to be some emotional work, inner work that needs to be done, especially around the heart, matters of the heart. So we want to free ourselves from worry, anxiety, and free ourselves from feeling bound by this kind of drag on your energy. There's kind of like a dark cloud in your subconscious. Or maybe you're conscious of it. It could be a mild depression, but your strengths really are in your mind, ability to see clearly. So this is the Queen of Swords keeping your head above the clouds. Well, that's a weird expression. That's not an expression. Cutting through the fog is more like it. So you can cut through the fog of your mind, of your subconscious worries with your Queen of Swords energy. And I was told to look down Four of Wands, so you might have a partner or family, other people in your environment that you can rely on. Somebody you might even share a home with might be a powerful ally to helping you through this transition. Okay, and lastly, I'm just going to pull a few letters from a vintage Scrabble game. These can be just extra confirmation or spell something or your initials, but don't let it make or break the reading if the rest of it resonated for you. C, K, F. O, B, U. Okay, that's all I have for you today, Group 2. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you well on your journey during this profound time of manifestation for you. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and checking out my other YouTube videos. If you feel so inclined, please comment or like this video. And I will be running a little giveaway. I'm going to have it end January 1st, which is if you leave a comment saying you'd like to enter the giveaway, I will enter you in a pot for a free 15-minute pre-recorded tarot reading video just for you. So please comment below if you would like to enter. Take care, and I will see you at the next reading. Hello, Group 3. You chose this fluorite tower. I'll be using the Influence of the Angels tarot deck. Let's see what Group 3 is manifesting right now. What are you manifesting? I've designed a 5-card tarot spread, and I'll explain the positions as I put the cards down. This will represent you and your energy at this time. 2 of Wands. What's influencing you? Knight of Pentacles. What you're consciously aware of manifesting? 3 of Pentacles in reverse. What you might be subconsciously manifesting? Death. And the resulting likely outcome of your manifestations that are coming in soon. 3 of Cups in reverse. So your energy right now is represented by the 2 of Wands, which is about active decision-making, active planning. So you might be in the planning phases of a new project or just thinking about how you want to move forward. What's influencing you is the Knight of Pentacles. So another card about having a plan of action before moving ahead. He's known as the slowest moving knight, but it's for a good reason. It's because he has to have all his ducks in a row, everything structured, a step-by-step plan before executing it. So you look like somebody who's a very good planner. You might have a lot of earth in your chart. What you're consciously manifesting here, Three of Pentacles in reverse, which I'll have to clarify some more, but this is a card of collaboration, and what you seem to desire is working alone, perhaps. Working on a project, but maybe in a different sort of way. Maybe you're overworking with a team. You want to go your own way. And there's something here about being acknowledged for your efforts and the skill that you put into your work. With death here as a subconscious manifestation, like maybe a deep desire, I'm thinking you want profound change in your life, transformation. You want something to end so you can start a new beginning and be resurrected with this new plan. So as a resulting manifestation, it makes sense that the Three of Cups is here. You do not want to unite with others. You want to be a unique individual, is what I'm feeling. And that is coming in here. It looks like you have a very solitary plan, but we'll clarify. So I'm going to use, I think this is the Ethereal Visions Tarot to clarify. Can I have more information on the Two of Wands as Group 3's energy? Okay, well, death wanted to be seen again. So something's either ending or you're ending a contract here with the Hierophant. But that was way too many cards, so can I just have one card? Okay. The Chariot in reverse. So a change of direction, reorienting yourself with this new plan. It's like you hit the brakes really hard and now you want to go in the opposite direction. It's very abrupt too. I'm feeling like this happens very quickly. It's happening now. And then what's influencing you, Knight of Pentacles. Why is that? Or can we have more information? Another card for the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's kind of feeling tired with an indecisive process. Another two here. We have threes and twos. So this is about finding the building blocks of how to move forward. You're saying you're done with the confusion of juggling more than one idea or concept. You may be putting down one thing to just focus on another. Why is the Three of Pentacles here in reverse for your conscious manifestation? I just got an impression of feeling disgusted by something. So you might have been disgusted by something in your environment that caused you to change direction and let go of one thing in favor of another. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Conscious manifestation. The Artist. So this is a unique card to this deck. You might be an artist. The Three of Pentacles is about creativity and is sometimes depicted as an artist being appreciated for their whatever project they're working on. So you might literally be a visual artist, but only take it if it resonates. Also, like any creative endeavor could apply. You're a visionary. You're manifesting this vision you have. Let's get more information on death in the subconscious manifestation. I just got this sensation of hearing something very loud in my left ear, or like a ringing in my left ear, but I'm not actually having that experience right now. Death, subconscious manifestation. The Knight of Wands. So we're excited about it. We're excited about the death in the subconscious. This change is necessary, as I'm hearing, for you to move forward with your new endeavor. Instead of death coming in on that scary horse, death appears as this knight on a kind of a wild horse, a bucking bronco. So you're excited about this transmutation and the new projects you're going on, and you're pushing your energy from your subconscious into the waking world in the form of this artistic, creative, or what have you, project. I'm saying a project, but it could be a lifestyle, it could be a number of things. Take it as it applies to you once again. So as a resulting transformation that's likely coming in, we have Three of Cups in reverse. Why is Three of Cups in reverse as a resulting manifestation? Seven of Wands and Six of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Really standing your ground around a decision to move on from something. You really want to leave something behind, to move on to something new. There might have been a group that you were a part of that you no longer want anything to do with. They might reach out to you and you might have to block their messages. There's this sense of you being really firm with your boundaries and saying, I want nothing to do with that anymore, which is really interesting. It seems to be what you want. So if this isn't making sense to you, it's probably not your reading, but it looks like you're choosing to move forward with your own plan that you're very lit up about. And then as a result, other people might try to like hold on to the back of your cherry, let's say, and try to like grab onto a piece of what you have, your project. They want to be included, and you're saying no quite firmly. You're saying, I want to look for something better if and when I'm ready to work with somebody else. It's going to be a very special, unique person. There's also a sense of wanting to help community. I'm not sure where that's coming from, but you want to make a safe space for people. I think that has something to do with what you're creating here. You seem very clear-minded about your intentions and your manifestation. So we're going to ask for some advice on how you can align best. Like, what are your powers? What are your most powerful tools to align with your manifestation and bring it into being? Two of Swords, Death once more, and Five of Wands. You want to end the conflict, you want to change the conversation, you want to end confusion. I feel like the advice is to be disarming. Like, if this involves difficult conversations with other people, the advice is to just clear the air in a peaceful way and avoid conflict. You seem to have a superpower of transformation. There's heavy death energy, which is also Scorpio energy, which is all about going into those darker places, the mysteries of the world, and investigating, bringing the shadow to light. And you're an agent of change and transformation. And the transformation is about kind of difficult topics, it looks like, that cause conflict with others. You're somebody who says, like, look, let me clarify things for you because I don't think you're seeing clearly, and you put an end to confusion. So that's kind of your superpower. You look like a good mediator, a very effective, empathetic conversationalist. And you kind of show people the light here is what I'm getting from this tunnel. So you yourself are a powerful agent of change. And as we saw in the opening, you have a good plan, like you're very methodical. So I wish you well on your journey. I'm just going to finish up with some Scrabble letters. This may or may not mean anything to you. Don't let it make or break the reading. If the rest of it resonates, great. This will just be extra confirmation if anyone needs it. So we have S, R, another R, P, Y, and J. So maybe you see initials or those letters are significant to you in some way. I hope this reading helped you. Good luck on your journey during this time of manifestation and transformation. Thank you for being here, and if you liked this video, please consider leaving a comment, subscribing, and liking the video. I am doing a little giveaway for a 15-minute free pre-recorded tarot video. And to enter, simply leave a comment and saying, I would like to enter the giveaway, and I will pull randomly from that list for a winner. Thank you again. Good luck on your journey, and I hope to see you at the next reading. Take care.